This is The Wire for 2300 Zulu, October 20th, 2025. President is routine. Information cutoff is 2200. Bottom line up front. Thieves make off with priceless crown jewels following heist at the Louvre. No King's protests demonstrate high-level organization. Ceasefire broken in Middle East. Beginning with international events, around the world this morning a large-scale outage of Amazon Web Services was reported, which caused outages of millions of services and websites. The cause of the outage was not malign action, but rather improper management of network load balancing. Analysts comment. A fix has been implemented, but it may take some time to restore services. In France, over the weekend, a heist was reported at the Louvre as thieves broke into the museum during broad daylight. The thieves posed as construction workers and used a truck-mounted ladder in order to gain entry to a balcony housing the Gallery of Apollo. From there, they used cutting tools to breach a window which led to the exhibits displaying the historic crown jewels of France. The thieves broke into the glass cases housing several exhibits, making off with many major priceless pieces and artifacts. Analysts comment. Despite their success, this heist was more or less an organized smash and grab, which not even a big wooden door can protect from, it seems. In their haste to egress from their looting spree, the thieves left a wealth of evidence behind as the crown of Empress Eugenie was discovered cast into the gutter on the street after the raid. In the Middle East, the ceasefire between Hamas and Israel was breached as Israeli forces conducted widespread bombings throughout Gaza. Israeli forces claim that Hamas violated the ceasefire first, though President Trump stated that the violation, which appears at the moment to be a small arms attack which killed 2 IDF soldiers, did not originate from Hamas leadership. Nevertheless, the United States endorsed the targeting efforts, which Prime Minister Netanyahu stated took the form of 153 tons of bombs being dropped throughout Gaza City. Analysts comment. Most international actors are pretending that the ceasefire is still in place. Turning the ceasefire on and off like a spigot is likely to continue. Whenever either side wants to conduct targeting, the ceasefire will be off for the precise amount of time required to conduct the strikes, then the ceasefire will be on again once complete, while everyone pretends like nothing happened. On the home front, in North Carolina, 2 arson attacks on churches were reported over the weekend. The Calvary's Cross Baptist Church and the Tabernacle Baptist Church in Cleveland County were intentionally set on fire by arsonists. Local citizens who spotted the fires immediately were able to extinguish the fires quickly, saving both churches. The arsonists have not been apprehended, and anyone with information is urged to call the Cleveland County Sheriff with any information that might be helpful in apprehending those responsible. In Florida, yesterday afternoon, the U.S. Secret Service discovered a hunting stand in a tree in a wooded area next to a U.S. Army Reserve Center, directly adjacent to Palm Beach International Airport. The FBI is now investigating as the hunting stand had clear line of sight to the Customs and Border Patrol parking aprons, which are also frequently used by Air Force One to transport President Trump from Washington to Mar-a-Lago. Analysts comment. For those who may think this was just a hunting stand, there aren't a lot of whitetail on the parking aprons used by Customs and Border Patrol at Palm Beach International Airport. This stand was set up with a direct line of sight to this facility in an extremely small wooded area, right in the heart of a heavy urban area, mere feet from a military installation. Right now there's not much to go on other than the discovery of this stand. However, it would be very foolish to just chalk this up to the ubiquitous Florida man, considering the clear and present danger that is presented by countless insurgent groups around the nation. Analyst comments for this wire. The weekend No King's protest turned out to largely be fairly low intensity. However, at many of these events, turnout was quite substantial. Just like the other similar protests, most of the attendees were elderly. However, the sheer scale of the organization of these events was substantial. Protest marshals coordinated flag and sign dispersal and organized transportation for millions of people. This was no organic demonstration effort. This was certainly very well organized and coordinated by a strict hierarchy from the top down. As such, one might be tempted to dismiss these efforts. When this level of control and funding is required to prop up a civil issue, it's hard to imagine much genuine sentiment behind it. This would be, however, a mistake. Just because a movement is not organic, and the people are paid or otherwise rewarded for participation, doesn't mean it isn't effective. These events are trial runs for the 2028 election season, and so far it's been fairly effective at rallying millions of people during a random weekend in October. So as entertaining as some of these events are, it would be wise to see the grand strategy that is playing out at the higher levels. This concludes The Wire for 2300 Zulu, October 20th, 2025.